Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another special edition show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk Liverpool Football Club Habibi. We're here to talk tactics today, a little bit of a tactical breakdown. We're here to talk just all things Liverpool. I want to talk expectations next season. I want to talk formations. I want to talk new signings. I want to talk every single thing possible related to Liverpool FC this next season. Sorry. Everyone watching us right now, please do not forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch this on the replay, please do make sure you're slapping that like button, to make sure you're subscribing. And I just want to publicly thank every single one of you for all the support and love you guys have shown me. Alhamdulillah, my trap's looking good right now. I want to make sure, I say thank you to every single one of you guys. Absolute elite, incredible, unbelievable people for all the support you guys have shown me so far in the month of June. We're doing record-breaking numbers on the channel. Love you all. Slap that like button, subscribe. As my brother Rico said, today I feel I'm in a good mood, alhamdulillah. So I just want to shout out everyone. Big up to Carti, my brother. Big up to Manuel. Big up to Barry. Big up to Casper. Just Tabang Football for our Anfield Roar and Anfield Road End. Big up to you. Big up to Ravi. What's wrong with you? Big up to Will. Big up to Tom, who bottled it. Big up to Kay. Big up to Klopp sipping of Arsenal tears. Big up to Ali, Tarun, Marvel. Big up to Omar, Hamza, my brother Gareth. Big up to Fabian. Big up to Martin. Yeah, I'm not that late, to be fair. Big up to Jamie. Big up to Rico. Make sure you set him. Big up to Mo El Gamati. What a guy. Big up to Fabian. Big up to Yuvraj. Big up to Mr. Dare I say Drifty. Hope you're good, my bro. It's been a while since I've seen you. Big up to Zaid. Big up Steve. Big up to Payrad, my brother, and Jack O'Lantern, my favorite name. Here to there. Big up to you. No, you did bottle it. Big up to Hashkora. Big up to you, my brother. And big up to Zeba Patel. That is an unbelievable name. I can't lie. I like how like different the names are in this comment section. And then you've got like Tom, who just has the most basic name. Big up to ZS. Listen, 100 people in here. Slap the like button, subscribe. I'm going to be talking Kefren Thuram. I'm going to be talking FSG, all of that. So as I said, please like the video, please subscribe, all of that good stuff. So let's just get into it. Hello, Nikki. Big up to you. I just want to talk a little bit about Liverpool FC kind of and the feelings, the emotions that are happening currently in the Liverpool fan base and all of that. First of all, from a transfer perspective, we've kind of slowed down on everything because I think we're focusing currently on Kefren Thuram. Just like I told you guys, I was confident about MacAllister. I am now sharing the same confidence towards Kefren Thuram. I do believe that Kefren Thuram will become a Liverpool player, inshallah. So we almost beat Serbia. Wait, did the Jordanian national football team play? We actually play someone? Oh, damn, we actually almost beat Serbia. Who scored? Mahmoud Al-Mardi and Musa Tamari. One guy playing Malaysia, one guy playing Belgium. Big up. No, he actually plays for Marseille. Hey, we're going to have a famous player. Oh, look at us. We bottled it at the end. 2 Serbians goals came at the end. Big up. Big up, though, for keeping up with the Jordanian team. Big up to you guys. So anyway, when it comes to Kefren on this whole situation, I'm confident that Kefren Thuram is probably going to end up being a Liverpool player, which is good, Of course, it's a step in the right direction, but we need more. It's not us being greedy. It's not us being spoiled. It's simply us, sat here just wanting for our club to do more, our club to do better, our club to sort of take itself and us as fans on an unbelievable ride to the next level, because that is exactly what every single one of us want. We just want Liverpool Football Club to be successful. Yesterday, I started it by talking about fear, and the fear still exists. I mean, you look at, Rice going to Arsenal, Caicedo going to Chelsea. I mean, the only club that is probably more disappointed than us now in this transfer window is probably Man United. They've got a lot to look forward to in terms of their future, but currently they're going to be a bit disappointed, obviously, because they kind of went from like Kane and all these players. Now they're looking at like Rasmus Højlund and Mason Mount, so they've kind of dropped off a little bit as well. But for us, like, look, we can't sit here and keep comparing the transfers that we're supposed to make with other clubs. I am aware of that, but from my perspective, I think, look, we've got to also look at what's going on around us, and we've got to like kind of look at it, because Gvardiol going to City is bad news because he's a centre back for the next 10 years. Them getting Kovacic is also bad news because he's exactly what they kind of need over there at Manchester City now that Gundogan and probably Bernardo's leaving. So, like, City are kind of doing what they're usually seriously always doing. Arsenal are looking serious as well. So we'll see what happens with Liverpool FC. But Kefren, I believe Kefren Thuram is going to become a Liverpool player. And let me just say this to the comment section. And this is something I said Ryan when he DM'd me and he asked me about Kefren Thuram. I said, Ryan, what's the difference between other content creators? Let me tell you what's the difference between many content creators and myself. I'm not full of shit. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you Kefren Thuram is done because Kefren Thuram is not done. I love how people just love to just make up stuff online and just live in their own bubble of delusion. Kefren Thuram is not done, man. It's not done. I wish it was done, but it's really not done. That's just the God honest truth. It really isn't done. And knowing Liverpool Football Club, there is always a possibility we mess up a transfer. So I'm just be honest with everyone here. Would it surprise me or shock me if we wake up tomorrow, inshallah, all safe and healthy, and suddenly we see like, oh my God, Liverpool move on from Thuram to the next target? No, because it's just what Liverpool do. Liverpool have bottled countless transfers before, so it won't surprise me if it happens again. Like, what? It's just happened one more time, and how's that supposed to be like some sort of shocking news? It ain't no shocking news to anyone here. I don't think anyone in this comment section would be surprised anyway whatsoever if we bottled any transfers. That's just what it's becoming like. But I am confident. I do remain confident that I think he's going to become a Liverpool player, and we'll see what happens. Price tag, all of that, I'm kind of not aware of the full details, the full dynamics of the deal, but I am confident that he's going to become a Liverpool player. Now, once again, it depends where we go from here. It depends which decision we're going to make next. So that for me is an unbelievable thing. So from the whole FSG kind of conversation, that whole perspective, listen, Fenway Sports Group is going to continue to let Liverpool down. And what I find real funny, as soon as there's pressure from the fans, because Fenway Sports Group, make no mistake, FSG just run the Liverpool journalists. Please don't think any Liverpool journalist is actually going to give you his personal opinion. They don't. They just give you exactly what FSG want you to hear. So here's my thing, right? And let me tell you guys something. Quick secret. Liverpool are probably going to sign an academy player, some 16-year-old American, and it's probably going to be announced this week. So stay on the lookout for that one. Nothing to be excited about, just some academy kid from the USA. Trust here sending any super chat saying, shaving your head again if no more signings? Absolutely. If Liverpool Football Club don't make any more signings, I'm shaving my head off. And I'm shaving it with a razor as well this time. How about that? Like, I promise you, we're going to make signings. Chill out, Trust. It's not that bad. But thank you so much for the super chat. So let me just say this about that whole investment PR. You need to understand Fenway Sports Group control the media. The media don't actually tell you their real opinions or none of that. So with Fenway Sports Group controlling the media, as soon as they see a little bit of pressure from the fans, the hashtag is trending, there's a certain feeling, they bring out stuff like, oh my God, Liverpool Football Club are looking for investment. We know they're full of shit. And you know what makes this entire situation kind of a little bit more annoying for me? I'm going to tell you what. I went into one of them Qatari spaces, and they were talking about Manchester United. And these aren't like some random Qatari people. No, this is like people with blue ticks, like officials, etc. And they were saying, publicly this won't be admitted, but Qatar really wanted Liverpool first. But Fenway Sports Group only wanted to sell a minority, and they were being very greedy. That's what the Qataris said. So we really could have been the ones that are about to get Qatari ownership. So it's very sad, man. It's very sad seeing what we're seeing. But anyway, listen. Big up to Trust for the super chat. 136 people here. If we get to 100 likes, I'm taking my hat off. So you guys can do it in the next 10 seconds if you guys want to. So make sure you're slapping the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Big up to Trust for the super chat. And now let's just talk tactics. I want to talk kind of where Liverpool Football Club go this season. So let me just share the screen and let's just get to it. You don't believe what, Ali? I think they wanted Liverpool first. It's very well documented. So the current lineup that you guys are seeing in front of your faces, and I kind of want to zoom into the lineup area. but like I don't know how to do it in a way in which we're actually just looking at the lineup, because this is too much zoom. You do this. Okay, so I think this is fair enough. I think you guys can see probably the names. Let me just do this real quick. Let me just do it in a way in which, you know, let me just put it in a way in which like I'm a bit bigger in terms of image. So I'm just do this right here. And that one, let me make it bigger too. And then I'm gonna move myself here. So yeah, that way is a bit better. That way you can see, you know, the whole thing. So let's just put it on custom layout 4, and we just bottled it. What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? Wait, what the hell just happened? Oh Lord, how are you bottling it live on YouTube, I guess? Anyway, I think this should be better now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, but I need to make myself even smaller. Oh my God, man. Why do I always bottle it? Okay, done. See? Sometimes in life, you just have to be smart with it. Anyway, done. Update layout, and we are good to go. So, see? Now you can see my beautiful face. You can see my traps, and you can see the lineup, which is exactly what we need. So anyway, as I was saying, this currently, as you guys see on the screen, is the Liverpool lineup from this season. No formation change, no Trent inverted, none of that. This is the same exact thing we've probably seen this year. You know, the 4-3-3, the dreadful 4-3-3 that took us all the way to hell. So you look now at Liverpool Football Club, and you just say to yourself, okay, so now with the signing of Thuram, with the signing of MacAllister, all of that, where are we going to go from here? That's the $1 million question, right? And I think people might be looking at this a little bit the wrong way. And this is why I wanted to speak kind of on the starting 11 and all of that. So what I'm going to do is as follows. This is the way Liverpool play football now, right? This is what I think is going to happen when Liverpool Football Club play football next season. First of all, take this bozo out my face. So I think Thuram goes in here. I think this is where it gets interesting. Hear me out on this one. This guy goes right here. This guy goes right here. This is what I think Liverpool Football Club are going to be doing next season in the offensive situations, right? This is what I expect us to be doing. Like that. MacAllister, Thuram, and a double pivot of Trent and Thiago. Now, here's my thing. You look at this team right here, and from the double pivot perspective, guys, why is everyone mad today? Can you guys chill? Like, just let me explain, man. Why are you guys mad? Why is everyone's head hot? Chill out. So, I think we're going to be employing different lineups. I think we're going to be employing different personnel. I think we're going to use this midfield, use this squad in a specific different way. So here's my thing. Right? I cannot tell you who the US Academy player is. All I'm telling you is in the next week, you're going to hear of some, some random Academy player from the United States who signed. He's a midfielder, some 16-year-old. So thank you, Sam, for the super chat. I appreciate you, Habibi. Victor, man. Here we go with these United fans. Where's Jude, Caicedo, and Enzo? Lol. Liverpool missed out the 3 big chances, 3 strike swing, and a miss. Big up, Sam. Big up to you, Victor. Where's Qatar? Aren't Qatar supposed to be here for the summer transfer window? Hold that. And thank you for the super chat. Anyway, here's the thing, guys. In the English Premier League, you don't have to play. You don't have to play just a singular way, and that's it, and you just move on with your life. Who said you have to use just a specific group of people or specific personnel or a specific formation and you just beat everybody? Here's my thing, right? I'm going to be honest with you guys. If we're playing Luton Town at home, or we're playing Nottingham Forest at home, or one of them clubs. Why on earth would we need Fabinho? Genuine question to everyone here. Why on earth would I put Fabinho in this lineup? Do you understand the ball playing ability of this double pivot right here? Do you understand that our defending is going to be by keeping the ball? Do you understand how unbelievably attractive that is? Do you understand how unbelievably attractive it is, a double pivot of Trent and Thiago in offensive situations, playing against a low block? Do you guys think Luton Town are going to attack us? Do you think Luton Town are going to pose a threat to us? Here's the thing. We're playing the bottom 10, the bottom 12 teams at Anfield. We should go with a lot more risk-taking team. I see this team as a team that takes risks against certain teams in the league. Now, I'm not saying you pull up this formation, with against like Man City at home. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the bottom 10, 12 clubs, you use this formation against them. And here's the thing. When I say we use this formation, this is what I do against the bottom 10 teams, because we need goal scoring. And people might get upset. Hussam, why are you including Jota over Luis Diaz? I'm going to tell you why. Luis Diaz is an unbelievable futsal player. Unbelievable. Dribbling ability, probably the best in this entire team. But I think Luis Diaz's problem is his decision in the final third. His decision making, whether it be a pass or a shot, it's just a little bit off, when he makes these decisions. And people who are, thank you to RK, who says, why are you guys not liking Thiago? Guys, our problem with Thiago Alcantara is that he's injury prone. Our problem with Thiago Alcantara is not his football ability. It's never been his football ability. Since when have Liverpool Football Club fans' problem with Thiago been his football ability or what he offers on the football pitch? Let me just say this, right? Just this season, we were saying, why is a Ferrari being driven as a Fiat? We have recognized Thiago Alcantara as a Ferrari, even till this very second. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with Thiago Alcantara. His only problem is that he's injury prone. And people are saying we can't rely on him. I agree with you. That's why I'm saying bottom 10 teams at home. Bottom 10 teams at home. So I'm talking about a 10-game frame. I really think this right here should be our formation. MacAllister and Thuram over here. Thiago and Trent over here. Now, I think this formation, we essentially box in the opposition. Because let me tell you what happens from a tactical perspective. What happens from a tactical perspective when we're playing against once again, this is the scenario for me for the bottom 12 teams, right? This is what I see happening, right? Like this. I'm gonna represent it more accurately. This is what I see happening right here. Like this. I see Trent being a bit more forward, Thiago maybe just laying low a little bit, and even Robertson coming up this flank a little bit right here. And it almost becomes like a formation with a 2 in it. It's almost like as high risk taking as you possibly can take type thing. It's almost like a thing like this almost, right? And if you're playing a Luton Town at home, if you're playing a club like that, with all due respect, why would I need a destroyer DM? Why would I need to do all of this? I'm gonna be honest with you. Guys, we have to be flexible tactically. And this is where I have criticized Jurgen Klopp. People like Selection always get on to me. Why don't you criticize Klopp? I've criticized Jurgen Klopp multiple different times. I've criticized Jurgen Klopp 500 times already. From just a purely tactical perspective, there needs to be flexibility. There needs to be flexibility. If I'm playing the bottom 10 teams, if I'm playing the bottom 12 teams at Anfield, why on earth would I need Fabinho? Why would I need a destroyer DM? Why would I need someone like that anyway? Why? What for? I kind of don't get it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't. I don't get people's obsession with this whole, like, we've got to use like Fabinho and every single, like, no, we don't. we can chill on Fabinho's usage. We can bring in the third midfielder, who I think we're going to sign. So, this is the thing. And now you're looking at this formation right here, this lineup. This is probably how we'd look in an offensive situation like this. Trent is tucked into midfield. He's occupying this whole area right here. Thuram is making runs into the box, helping out Salah and Gakpo. Same with MacAllister, ball carrier, helping out offensively right here. You've got Diogo Jota, of course, driving into the box. I've got Robertson, who's running up and down this flank right here like this. So from an offensive perspective, this right here is exactly what's needed against the bottom 12 teams. So this is my thing. Now, if we're playing a more serious opposition, let's just restart everything right here. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's just restart everything, right? This is my thing now. If we're playing a more serious opposition, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what I think Klopp would do. Once again, this is not what I think. This is not what Hussam would do. This is for me what I think Klopp is going to do, right? I think this is what Klopp does if let's say we're playing a Man City at Anfield and everyone's fit. This is what I think happens. What I think happens in that situation is this. I think we play MacAllister down that right-hand side. We'll see who performs better. By the way, there's a possibility that Thuram plays better than MacAllister, I'm going to be honest with you. But just for the sake of argument, this is what I see us doing probably against more serious opposition. And then with Trent tucking in, it's going to be a Trent Fabinho double pivot, which is, of course, probably a bit stronger from a defensive element. And then you've got a team looking like this. So there are endless possibilities. And then there's a third possibility even, where we just sit there and we do this. Trent and Kone together. If we do sign Kone, that is. And of course, people come and tell me MacAllister on the right, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. I don't think I think MacAllister has the attributes to play on the right, to play on the left, to play here. MacAllister could even play. We could genuinely put MacAllister in a double pivot next to Trent too. Make no mistake, MacAllister could do this, he could do this, and he could do this. And his incredible versatility is actually one of the reasons why we signed him. People laugh, but MacAllister is literally played in a double pivot. MacAllister has played in a double pivot before for Brighton Football Club. It's not like we're making it up. Alexis MacAllister as well for us could play the 8. He could play the 6. He could play double pivot. So for me, all of these things, they matter. And there's a third as well thing we could do. See, this is where MacAllister is going to open up doors for you. You take out, you put in Thuram over here. We could even, if we're really going for like an offensive lineup, we could really do this. We could genuinely like just go all out, We could go all out just like this. We could switch it up and we could even, there's endless possibilities here. I think what's made this whole thing interesting is, this is what's made this whole thing interesting. What's made this whole thing interesting is as follows. Jurgen Klopp has come out publicly and said, essentially, he's going to invert Trent next season, right? So he's basically saying, next season, I'm going to go again invert Trent. So for me, I'm looking at certain teams we're playing against in this league, and I see us just going all out offensively, and it's just going to be unbelievable scenarios for us in which we can just attack the opposition relentlessly, where we can be in an unbelievably strong offensive situation like this, and then you've got Robertson why did I move Van Dijk? You've got Robertson just going up and down the flank over here as well, helping out defensively, all of that. So I think it opens up, a whole lot of things for us. It opens up a whole new doors for us, And if you do want to play, and it's going to trigger a whole lot of people, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you do want to play the typical Klopp 4-3-3, right? If you want to play the typical Klopp 4-3-3, where there is no inverted, none of the strength inverted stuff, then this is how I see us lining up right here. This is how I see us lining up. Cody Gakpo coming in, and Salah, of course, and the other inside forwards is probably going to be Jota, kind of tucking in, doing that extra work. So my thing is as follows. I'm interested in the possibilities. And for me, with Trent inverted, the thing that I like most with Trent inverted is the defensive side of things, we're going to do by committee. So instead of us just relying on Fabinho, just sat there like, oh my God, Fabinho's got to do all the defensive work. Why are we putting Fabinho in that position to begin with? Why? Why are we putting Fabinho in that position to begin with? We need to defend together as a committee, as a team, as a midfield. Defend together, attack together. You know, I'm not going to say total football like the Dutch and, you know, in this year, but we could revert back to the 4-3-3, but reverting back to the 4-3-3 is gonna heavily depend on the levels of performance of this guy. Now, I'm not as far as giving up on Fabinho as many people are, right? I'm not as you know, I've just checked out of Fabinho. That's not me. I think there's still a player in Fabinho. I just think with this guy right here that usually played, right? Where this guy, you need to understand. You see when this guy right here plays, you see when you see this on the pitch, this is when all hell breaks loose. If I see this guy on the pitch, it's essentially like, this is what we're doing. We're just playing with a missing player. Honestly. We're playing with a missing player. If number 14 plays, it's a missing player. So now what we're asking Fabinho to do is, he's basically got to cover this whole ass area because this guy right here he's just useless. And let me just say this about Jurgen Klopp, and this is me just being completely honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've got the 2 midfield / 3 midfield signings that we're gonna sign. I've got Trent inverting. I've got Thiago, and I'm gonna come out and say it if you guys won't. I've got Curtis Jones if I need to rest, you know, a MacAllister. Jordan Brian Henderson shouldn't even be the 6th choice midfielder. He shouldn't even be 6th or 7th choice. And let me just say this about Jurgen Klopp. Everyone here knows I'm Klopp Defense League. I've defended Klopp and I will continue to defend Jurgen Klopp because I think there's a bigger problem at Liverpool than Jurgen Klopp, and that's, of course, the ownership group. But Jurgen, my brother, for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the love of God, forget me. I'm just Hussam. Forget me. I'm a nobody. I'm just a YouTube guy. For the love of God, Jurgen, I don't want to see Jordan Henderson play for Liverpool Football Club or start any single Premier League game. I don't see us making use of this in any single scenario. I don't want this. I don't want this. This guy, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. It's basically like playing with nobody. Like, it's just a non-existent. It leaves like a gaping hole where this guy and this guy have to fight for their life because this guy's so dreadful. If we want to rest players, fine, right? Let's say we want to rest MacAllister, right? I have zero problem doing this. I'd rather see Curtis Jones be given an opportunity. And you guys know what I've said on Curtis Jones, but Curtis Jones has proved me, you know, in the last 10 games, he's proven me a little bit wrong, and I have a problem with Curtis playing. I've got no problem with Curtis playing a role. And if you want to rest the DM, I've got also no problem with us doing this, right? It's just endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. So for me, we can't screw this up. Number 14 cannot see this pitch. With Bajcetic, let me just say this quickly on Bajcetic. I see a lot of people commenting his name. I would just put him on the screen as well. I have no problem with Bajcetic whatsoever. I think he's a great player. But here's my thing. The reason why Stefan Bajcetic got injured at Liverpool Football Club is Liverpool Football Club. You cannot play an 18-year-old Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. You can't play him. You can't play him that much football. I think we need to allow Bajcetic to develop. We need to give Bajcetic the time to develop. Play him in the Europa League games. Play him in those fixtures. Play him in the Carabao. Play him in the FA. Let him get used to the grown man game. And hell, if we're playing Luton Town at home and you want to rest Fabinho or a Thiago, play Bajcetic. I've got no problem. What I do not want to see is Bajcetic starting week in, week out, because we're going to run him into the ground. That's what I do not like whatsoever. And I see Total Eclipse saying play Trent in the 10. Let me tell you, Trent's strength is the diagonal pass. He plays like this. The balls in behind, he plays like this, or like this, or the passes he plays to Gakpo. If I'm putting Trent in the 10, if I'm going to humor you, I'm going to say, okay, you know what? Let's put Trent in the 10. If I put Trent in the 10, I am limiting what he can do because now he's only got that final third pass that he can be making. But I don't want him to play a final third pass. That'll be like playing Thiago in the 10. Trent is the absolute best playmaker in this whole team. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's as simple as that. Exactly. Thank you, DJ Brains. Big up to you. We need to stop overworking players. Payrad, big up to you for the super chat. He says, wondering, will Robo's position be under threat if we bring in an LCB who's comfortable at LB? That's a great question, Payrad. I'm kind of disappointed we're looking at this Mickey Van Ben guy. I think it's probably just pace and power related because he's just so rapid. And listen, like I would have preferred other players. I would have preferred Inacio. It's been well documented how much I really like Inacio, right? So, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even Callum said it. Even Callum said it when he came on this channel. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Andy Robertson got away with murder this season. People kept looking at Trent this, Trent that, Trent this, Trent that. Hey, I know for a fact Trent can at least win me a game if I need it. Trent can at least win me the game if I need it. He can win me a game with an unbelievable pass. Robertson, bro, he got away with a lot this season. Let's just say it that way. Thank you so much to Payrad for the super chat. And when it comes to upgrading on Robertson, I think given the gaping hole we have over here, in this position, I don't see us looking at a Robo replacement just yet. Because remember, because of FSG, we've got to do things in installments, Payrad. But thank you so much for the super chat. Selection says, put Jota in the middle. Put our best left winger, Diaz. Rotate MacAllister Thuram with Gakpo. Jota cannot play left wing. It's disgusting. I mean, let me tell you why you're wrong. Just straight up why you're wrong. This is the formation I first started with, right? This is what I did at the start. This is what I did, right? The whole inverted situation. This is what I did. This is our quote-unquote Trent inverted situation, right? I'm not lying. This is what I started with. Here's my thing, Selection, if I'm going to listen to you. The question that begs itself, Selection, is where does our goal scoring come from? Because if I do this, I'm already limiting the team's goals. Your only hope should be Diaz improving his decision making in the final third, which is you have to be honest, Selection. It's a fair criticism of the guy. It's a fair criticism of the guy. It's a fair criticism of him. The idea that he's kind of like in the final third, he needs a bit more. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not doing this because I'm a Salah sexual. I'm actually gonna give two players the undroppable mark. I think out of the front three, these two are undroppable. I'm not even saying just Salah. I'm saying for me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For me personally, I think Salah and Gakpo should not be dropped from the front three. I'm being real. I'm being completely real with everyone here. Unless it's for rest purposes, those two need to be starting. Those two need to be starting. So once again, Selection, look at the scenario I said. Because I'm saying we're playing Luton Town at home, and we don't need the natural DM. We could just control the ball with Trent and Thiago. I've got MacAllister and Thuram behind them. I've got Gakpo, I've got Salah, I've got Jota. That bangs. You need to understand, sometimes, I love the fact that you're just like a, ability merchant and dribble. You love that shit. But at the end of the day, we need goals, bro. If I'm playing Luton Town at home, if I'm playing a bottom 12 team, I need to score goals. Jota gets me goals. Gakpo gets me goals. Salah gets me goals. And let me ask the guys a question just quickly before I move on to the next super chat. Do you guys agree that Cody Gakpo is undroppable in the starting 11? Do you agree? I really think Gakpo is undroppable, I just, it might be just me, but this guy could drop in, this guy could do this. And if he drops in, this allows space for Salah, this allows space for Jota. So, I'm going to be honest, you guys. I don't know if you guys rate Gakpo as highly as I do, but I see Gakpo, for me, in the formation of us playing against these bottom teams, I see Gakpo as an undroppable player. I'm going to be honest with you. So for me, I see Gakpo as someone who's going to be there. Most of the people are saying yes. We got a couple of no's, but most people are saying yes. Yeah. No, this is not the Europa. This is like starting 11 in the Prem against the bottom 12 teams. Yeah, so most people are saying yes. So for me, that's basically my logic, Selection. I need goals. I'm going to put Jota and Salah on each wing, and let's get some goals. But thanks so much for the super chat. Joe says, I think he means Thuram is maybe, Kone, Lavia are doubtful, and now looking at Tyler from Leeds and weaker players. Medical physio team is crap. Listen, if we sign Tyler Adams, I'm going to riot. I'm probably going to be speaking to my guy, inshallah, either today or tomorrow. So if I find out anything, I'm going to let you guys know. You guys already know me, Joe. I don't hide anything I can tell you guys about. I'm not an ITK. I've just been blessed with opportunities to meet people who know stuff. And I'm only allowed to say stuff when I'm allowed to say it, which shows you that I'm not full of crap. And I've come out here and I've put my neck out on the line. I've said, Thuram is not done. Anyone who says Thuram is done is full of shit. Because anything can happen at Liverpool Football Club. So for me, Thuram is not done yet. We need to be patient with that whole Thuram is done talk. It ain't done. There's no welcome to Liverpool. Everyone need to chill out. But do I have confidence that I think he's going to become a Liverpool player? Absolutely. So now we've got Thuram and MacAllister. Joe and everyone in the comments who's been watching me. You guys know I've always been saying this summer, Liverpool Football Club, it's about the package deal concept. It's about how they look as a package, how they look together. If we sign just MacAllister and Thuram, it's crap, regardless of whether you like MacAllister and Thuram or not. We need more. We need players who can come in there and make a difference. So yeah, that's my thing. Big up to Alternative FM who just sends in an empty super chat. Big up to you, FM. If you forgot to put the comment alongside it, you can feel free to write it now and I'll put it up on the screen. Thank you so much for the super chat. Anyway, big up to Joe, big up to FM, Selection, Payrad, Victor, Sam W, and Trust for the super chats. I'm gonna just carry on with this whole conversation. There's 220 people watching us. You can get me to 150 likes in the next 10 seconds. If you get me to 150 likes, the cap comes off and you get to see bald Hussam till the end of the stream. So make sure you're slapping that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to this football. 150 likes, guys, and the hat comes off. So you can make that happen. Don't ask me to bring off the hat. Do it. Here, I'm going to put up even this Rico comment for you. Like the video, and the hat comes off. So here's you know, the other situations I want to address here. If we're playing a Man City, let me ask you a yes or no question first, and based on that, I'd ask you. If we're playing an Arsenal, thank you, FM, I appreciate you. If we're playing Arsenal or Man City or Man United at home or etc., right? Would you do the whole inverted thing? Or would you go back to 4-3-3? So example, Man City are coming to Anfield. Would you invert or would you play the 4-3-3? That's the question I would genuinely want to ask now, because I want to know where you guys' heads on it. Just give me your answer should either be invert or just write 4-3-3 or non-invert, whatever. I just want to see where you guys' heads is at, because are we saying we want to play this inverted formation against everyone? That's the question. So people are saying invert. We've got 1 4-3-3. Okay, we've got 4 4-3-3s. The rest are saying invert. One guy saying big clubs no, small clubs yes, invert. Okay. So I think I'd say probably around 75% of the guys are saying invert. Guys, we're 10 likes away from 150. Slap that like button. Get this cap off my head. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So you guys are saying, I agree with this completely, Payrad. I completely agree with you. 100%, you're spitting. But I'm just saying as an idea, would you invert or go 4-3-3 against big clubs? So here's the thing. Since most people are saying invert, let me just say this. This is going to upset people, but I'm just being real. I'm just saying what Hussam would do, right? If we're inverting Trent against Manchester City, then Fabinho needs to be in there for extra defensive assurance. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to play Mac on the right. And because it's against Man City, I'd probably do this. See why we need flexibility? This, for me, is what's needed against Man City. And of course, someone come tell me, MacAllister can't play RCM. Yes, he can. The whole principle of Alexis MacAllister is the idea that he's versatile and can play everywhere. So for me, I like this. I really like this. Now, if I'm going to invert, I've got Fabinho as extra defensive cover. I've got Trent inverting next to him. I've got MacAllister and Thiago in front of them. And then the front three. See selection? Even selection likes it. See? Even selection likes it. Even selection likes it. Now, here's where I just, like, if we do a 4-3-3, though, who's dropped if we do a 4-3-3? This is the other question here. Okay, so we've done already the first part when we invert, right? Now, let's assume we don't invert against a City at home. Let's assume we just go back 4-3-3, you know, the typical Liverpool stuff, right? Here is the typical Liverpool formation. 4-3-3, Fabinho. Tell me who your midfield three is in the specific scenario against Man City at home. If you're going to do a 4-3-3. Oh, come on, Olaf, man. Olaf, bro. If we're playing City at home, what do? Do you, dare I say, do you drop MacAllister and play Thuram? Or what do you do here? Who's your midfield three? Because that for me is going to change everything. In a 4-3-3, so who's the DM then? You're saying Thiago DM? Thank you, Keaton. I don't know what they're smoking, I'll be honest with you. That's not the point. Thuram is not a better DM. So you're dropping Thiago against Manchester City. You guys are really dropping Thiago against Man City? I would have thought Thiago would have been the undroppable one against Man City. Surely you'd keep Thiago against Man City, if anything. Wow. Wow. You guys are really dropping Thiago. Damn. In a 4-3-3, you want to drop our best midfielder. Yeah, so selection agrees with me. This is what I think is probably going to happen. And let me just say this. If Klopp does this, wallahi, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm being honest, guys. I can defend Klopp, but I can only defend him to a certain extent. If I see this against Man City, I'm going to lose my mind. If we go this, right? Against Man City, Gakpo dropping like this. Diaz keeps the ball over here. Robertson up and down the flank. Blah, blah, blah. I think this is good. Personally, my honest opinion, I'd invert. MacAllister, Thiago, Thuram. But once again, that begs the question, who's the DM? Because if we're saying Thiago is going to be the DM, that's a death wish. So that's my thing. Like, we've got to be careful here, Joe. Careful, Joe. It's very interesting hearing the people's opinion. Notice, here's the thing. I just said to the guy that's saying it's a dead system, big up YL. I'm inverting against City too. I'm just showing you guys the other side of it. What for you would you do? So, you know, fair enough. Okay, listen, you know, it's different opinions, all of that. Ernie has asked a fantastic question. First game of the season, Chelsea away. How do I line up? I'll tell you exactly how I line up against Chelsea. This is how I line up against Chelsea. I think Gakpo's undroppable. I stick by it, and I just don't care. I'm not dropping him. Chelsea Football Club, how do I line up against them? Probably like this. Chelsea away, this is what I do. So I invert Trent. So I've got a Trent Fabinho double pivot. I've got MacAllister and Thiago ahead of them. I've got the back three sitting like this. This is what I do against Chelsea away, first game. Once again, guys, please understand, I'm not saying I won't invert. I'm just showing you the other side of things. So yeah, personally, I'd invert. 100% I'm inverting. So because I'm inverting, this is what I'm doing. This is my team against Chelsea away. The only thing I'd be questioning Chelsea away is this. That's the only thing I would be questioning. Would I start Diaz or Jota? I don't know yet. I cannot answer the question currently, but I like this. This is probably what I do away at Chelsea, the first game of the season, Ernie. Like, here's the thing. We still need defensive solidity, which is why Fabinho is needed for these type of games. So that's the thing. So you know what? Just for what he's done overall, I'm probably gonna say Jota. So this is gonna be the formation for me. The 3-2-2-3 formation. I'd invert 100%. 100% I'd invert against Chelsea first game of the season. Now let me just discuss one final thing before I kind of just end this whole formation stuff. What's our second team? What's our quote-unquote Europa League team? Because now if we're talking Europa, let's just quickly do this. Let me just say new centre back. Right? This is the Europa League team. Europa League, 100. By the way, let me just say this. Europa League, Carabao Cup, 100% we shouldn't invert. 100% we shouldn't invert. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's just cut the BS here. Shouldn't invert whatsoever. So for me, I'm going Becetic. Over here, I'm going Elliot. Actually, no, I'm not going Elliot over here. Who am I going over here? I'm probably gonna say new CM. Let's say Kone, whoever. I'm going Curtis over here because I think Curtis deserves game time. Of course, I'm going Elliot over here instead. I think Nunez should develop himself and get more confidence. And this is where it becomes interesting. This left wing situation. Who do you play here? If we sign a new central midfielder, then it allows the possibility for Curtis Jones to be our left winger, and then we play someone else here. But for the Europa League and the Carabao Cup and games like that, I'm probably going someone else here, like whoever. You know, we could say Diaz. Oh, sorry, not Ramsey, Bradley. Yeah, Connor Bradley. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, I'm probably, you know, you could go Diaz, you could go Jota here, you could go Gakpo in a game, depends who you want to rest. But if we sign a new midfielder, it opens endless possibilities, because what we could do is, listen, he's the captain, so he's probably gonna have to play games of football. So what we could do is, this could be the Europa League / Carabao Cup team. Where's Curtis? Like this. Boom. Nunez up top. See where I'm going with it? See where I'm going with it? Carvalho is leaving, bro. We already know this. That's what I'm saying. I have to be realistic. There's also a world in which we do this. Too perfect, whoever said that. This, in my opinion, the Europa League / Carabao Cup / FA Cup game. Or there's another thing we could do. Give Tom Little a try. Boom. We could do this too. Even though Elliot isn't a midfielder. But we could do this. Mac 10 in the Europa League. Hell no. Wrap up Alexis MacAllister in bubble wrap and keep him for the Prem. You know, Europa League, guys, please understand, Europa League group stages, please don't think we're going to play like anyone of significance, man. We ain't going to play no one of significance. You guys have to, sometimes you have to be real with yourself. Who the hell you think we're going to play in the Europa League group stages? Real Madrid? Bro, you're talking about Bacca, Topola, Toulouse, all of this. But yes, this team would get battered in the Prem, but this is, I'm saying, the Europa League group stage team. You know? That's my thing. So listen, it opens up possibilities. And here's my thing now. Now that we've kind of done this whole tactical stuff, let me just put myself back on the screen regularly. Now that we've done this whole tactical stuff, first of all, guys, make sure you're slapping the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Big up to FM. Big up to Joe, Selection, Peyrad, Victor, Sam W, and Trust for the super chats. We're literally 5 likes away from me taking my hat off so I can be bald on the stream for you guys. So make sure you're slapping the like. Make sure you're subscribing. Now, let me just say this. Like the video, subscribe, yalla. As soon as we hit 150, let me know so I can take off my hat, because I'm a man of my word. Now, I'm going to just say this. We've done the whole tactical breakdown. We've spoken out. I think I've done a fair job at doing the whole tactic stuff. I've kind of highlighted both styles. Me, personally, I'm inverting. I think against the bottom 12 teams, I'd be very happy with a Trent Thiago double pivot with MacAllister and Thuram ahead of them. That for me would be unbelievable, because we don't need that much strong defensively. Against Man City and other teams, we'll see, because it'll become more interesting. Now I'll just go ahead and say this. When it comes That's what I'm saying, Dev, bro. We got through the Europa League with the worst manager ever, which is Hodgson. Like, have some a little bit of self-awareness. Europa League group stages, be serious, you guys. People acting like we need, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi in the group stages of the Europa. Anyway. Yeah, I've already said it. Europa League. So here's my thing. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys with this whole situation regarding next season. From an expectations perspective, I'm still, and I know this might get people rattled, this might get people triggered, this might annoy people, all of that. I'm just being completely honest. I'm just gonna say my opinion, whether people like it or not. It's my opinion, and I stick by it. I still think, regardless of all this tactic stuff we just did, of all of this, Liverpool Football Club cannot lower their standards. Liverpool Football Club can't. And by the way, a man like Kurdish spoke on it on this channel. You know how they get you? You lower your standards once, and then you lower it twice, and then you lower it thrice, and suddenly you're sat there like a bozo with all hell breaking loose. This is the thing. So for me, like, I'm not lowering my standards. I'm not going to lower my standards and sit here and go like, oh my God, winning the Europa is unbelievable and all this. It's not. It's really not. Listen, let me tell you a quick story, you guys. Are we actually on 150 likes, or you guys are just BSing? Let me tell you a quick story, you guys. Here's the thing. No, it's not 150. We're still 5 likes away. Bro, you guys can get me to 150 in the next second if you want to. Just hit the like button. Here's the thing. Let me give you guys a quick story. Our cousin from London. Arsenal Football Club. Our cousin from London. Here's my thing, you guys. Arsenal Football Club, when they moved on from Highbury to the Emirates, Arsenal Football Club said we want to compete with Bayern Munich. We are at 150? No, we're not at 150. We're one away. We're at 149. Yalla, let me tell you the story with my bald head. So just like someone like it and khalas. If one guy likes it, it's going to be 150. So I'm going to take it off. Here, it's halfway off already. So I'm going to just tell you, okay, it's 150 now. Boom, I'm a man in my word. Let's go. So, Hussam, the eagle, Nurmagomeda. Anyway, let's just look at our cousin from London, Arsenal Football Club. They moved to the Emirates to compete with Bayern Munich. They moved to the Emirates to kind of take themselves to the next level. If you spoke to an Arsenal fan in 2004 and you spoke to an Arsenal fan in 2007, 3 years later, his expectations would have changed 180 degrees. And, what I don't want, with all due respect, is for us to become the next Arsenal Football Club. Meaning, our fans suddenly are now happy with top 4. Ladies and gentlemen, as crap and as horrible we've been this season, we're currently, as things stand, as horrible, and Liverpool have become a meme and all of that, we're only 4 points away from top 4 as things stand. It's not acceptable for us to sign MacAllister, sign Thuram, even just those two. It's not acceptable for us to do this. And you can tell me, oh my God, we're winning the Europa League and we're going to finish top 4. And what, bro? Why? Since when is top 4 an achievement? I want us to go all out, try win the league. I want us to challenge. I want us to compete. Because, guys, as Kurdish pointed out with the whole Ian Doyle rant he had, before you know it, standards start dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, and you see yourself more accepting and accepting and accepting. I don't want top 4 for us to be the goal. I don't want top 4 for us to be the target. We've got Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Robertson, Thiago, the 2 new signings, Salah, Diaz, Jota, Gakpo. 3/4 of you guys think Nunez is going to come good. If all that happens, why are we sat here expecting to just be 4 points better off? How is that an accomplishment, being 4 points better off? And really, we were 4 points better off. And what? Is it like some sort of major accomplishment for us to finish in the top 4? It ain't no major accomplishment. We should be finishing in the top 4. I don't want us, and I'm saying this with all due respect, I'm not disrespecting Arsenal at all. I don't want Jurgen Klopp to become the next Arsene Wenger, and I don't want Liverpool Football Club to become the next Arsenal, where we're just sat there going like, oh, top 4 is good and all this. We've got to create expectations, because expectations create demands. Simple as that. We've got an elite manager, we've got 5-6 elite players, world-class players, and on top of that, with the whole Europa League situation, if we don't play a serious lineup, which I don't think we will, in the group stages, we've essentially got 1 game a week until April, which is something that's going to work in our favor. Liverpool Football Club, Jurgen Klopp, only 1 game a week. We need to have expectations and standards as Liverpool Football Club fans. And you know what shows me what the real big prizes is? I'm going to offer you guys 2 scenarios, you choose one. I'm going to show you how much difference it is really in the real world, because we don't live in a hypothetical world. We live in the real world. Every single person right now has one choice, and one choice only. You win the Europa and the Carabao and the FA, or you win just the Prem. Choose one. I'm going to give you an option. That's the final question I want to end the stream with, because I want to ask you this. If I give you right now, you win the Europa and the Carabao and the FA, or you win just the Prem, what are you choosing? What are you choosing? Honestly, I know what I'm choosing, but I want to hear you guys' opinions. Look at this. Look at the comment section. We've never had every single person say the same exact answer. You know why I've just done that? Just a quick mental exercise to show you all. You all don't really give about all these other little competitions. I don't want Mo Salah or Virgil or Alisson or these guys to leave Liverpool Football Club with only 1 Premier League title around their medal. Thank you, David. Before you guys' time, in the year 2000, 2001, Liverpool Football Club won 5 trophies. That season is never remembered, because the 5 trophies was the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Europa League. Like, come on. Honestly, deep down, as 6-time Champions League winners, Liverpool Football Club, why would you give a damn about the Europa League? With all due respect to the competition, why would you care? Why would you even care about the Europa League on a real level, you guys? Let's just push it to the side. Let's just be real. I just did a quick mental exercise to prove to you that you guys specifically, you guys deep down, you don't even care about the Europa League. You don't even care about the Europa League deep down. Because you're saying, I'm giving you just the Prem versus those 3, and you're saying, bun the 3, give me the Prem. That should be your standard, your demand, your expectation. Like, honestly, it's just the truth. We need to have an expectation and a demand and standards. Because before you know it, it'll be 2 years without competing, and then 3 years without competing, and then 4 years without competing. And then, inshallah, if we're all alive and healthy and well, I'll be doing a show 3 summers from now, sat here going like, hey guys, welcome to This Is Football. You know, our target for next season is top 4. What? Hell no. Hell no. I refuse to go down that cesspit. So for me, I'm putting my target as winning the English Premier League. I'm nothing below that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But anyway, it's been a lovely stream, you guys. It's 3 a.m. local Jordanian time. Thank you so much for joining us, my lovely, lovely, lovely people. A big up to FM, Joe, Selection, Payrad, Victor, Sam W, and Trusts. Thank you, FM. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're slapping the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another show. And I told you guys, I promised you guys, I gave you guys a promise. Just because there's no football doesn't mean that you're going to sit on your ass and be bored. We've got you. Entertainment. This is the 4th, 5th day where we've done double streams, because we want to keep you guys entertained, because there's no Euros, there's no AFCON. Hell, there's not even an Asian Cup. There's nothing to watch. So we're here, inshallah. We got you guys. So make sure you're liking the video. YouTube is telling me as well you're sharing the videos more than ever. So make sure you continue to share it on your WhatsApp groups, share to your Twitter, share to your Facebook, share with your friends and family. Let the people know about This Is Football. I love you all, Habibis, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow, inshallah.